Hey guys, it's Ed again. Well, we are going to shoot a little video here, I think, of the little fan trailer that I picked up. This is 1959-ish, I'm guessing. It's really good skin on it. Door's pretty good shape. It's been stored in a building since 1974. So you can see down here where it's normally opened up. It's not. They have sealed this inappropriately, but they have sealed it. We can fix that. Sorry about being so close. Had to squeeze through there. But as you guys can see, she's pretty decent. I have painted the rims and I have painted the hubcaps. We still need to get a outlet, inlet, whatever you want to call it. And they've changed the tank. You can see this is where the tank used to have the inlet, and now they've moved it up there, which is fine. Just we need to make a patch to go over that. I've replaced a couple lights. I replaced this one. It was broken. It has a couple beauty marks. As you can see here, probably the back of a pickup. I was trying to be careful with it so I wouldn't ding it up any worse. So they're not my dings. What do you think about that tongue? What color is your tongue? Red, right? Pink? No, red? I don't know. I just thought I would spruce her up a little bit. New safety chains on it. The wiring is all fixed, but it needs a different plug. I didn't want to cut this one. This is, by the way, guys, this is the Harbor Freight. It's $8.99 right now, and the wire quality is 100 times better than what they used to sell. You can actually see the thickness of the wire on the outside is way bigger than what it used to be. So, I'm recommending it. Usually, I would say stay away from Harbor Freight wire because there's only 3 strands of copper in it. But the copper was good. It wasn't breaking off. So, it's all good. I also replaced the step. It didn't have a step. So now it does have a step. But like I told you guys, here, I'll show you. This is a fan. F-A-N. So you can see that, but like I said, it didn't have a step. So now it has a step, but it says Terry. So either I put a little piece of black non-slip over that, which is the plan, or I sell it to some guy named Terry or girl. You know, Terry goes both ways. Got a Bargeman L66 lock, no key. It's got the screen door. It's got a propane furnace, heater, whatever the heck you want to call it. Pretty simple little guy. And refrigerator, 3-burner cooktop. The floor is solid, like over here usually. It's spongy, not spongy. The floor tiles are shot, which is typical. Will need to be peeled out. The dinette is missing. You can see there's a little bit of discoloration over here in the corner. That's all been sealed, and we shouldn't have any more issue there. There is some water damage. This guy, when he got it, he was a junker, scrapper, and he got the trailer probably for nothing. And he, like I said, this was parked in like its own little shed. So it had its own cover and everything. And they actually removed the door. So I have screwed the door, and this was all, you see how kind of warped it is? It was really warped. So I hammered that out quite a bit. But it still needs a couple billion more screws put in it. But it's on there and it closes now. He said he had this for about a year. And I believe it sat open with the door exposed to the snow. which did not help it any. Even though the floor held up, you can see it's kind of cracked and it's trying to delaminate. So I'll probably end up, I didn't really want to, but I'll probably end up putting down a 1/4-inch birch plywood underlayment, just to make sure everything is nice and flat. We'll glue that down with liquid nails, so that's very secure to the undersurface, and then we'll retile it with red and, I think I'm going to go red and white checkerboard instead of the typical black and white checkerboard. It's extremely dirty and greasy. You can see these grease spots. This was after I've hit it with some of my solution, which is like Simple Green, and some RV cleaner, and I took a lot of the grunge off, but she's still wicked grungy. You can see it's splattered all over. This vent was seized up. I've got it working now, so that actually does what it's supposed to. And you can see it's been raining here, and this is all dry, but there was water damage here once upon a time. So this will need to be sanded and refinished. Somebody had done some refinishing in here. You can see the poor job they did. You can see right there, you see the discoloration here. That's where the polyurethane, I assume, or maybe even shellac, I'm not sure what they put on it, ran down. So there's even some runs along the edge where this bed, so they must have just did it and never even took the bed rail out. This has a bunk that you could have above here, so that's what this is for an upper bunk that could slide out. Toilet paper or paper towel roll. You notice the molding, the plastic molding, has got this weird kind of black mold growing on it, but it's not mold. It's the polyurethane that they painted in here. They went right over the top of that molding, and that polyurethane turned black. So there is some water damage over here, but very little. See that crack? It's about the worst, and that's not too bad right there. And that is absolutely the worst that we've got. A little bit of mouse nest still. I haven't vacuumed it out. But like I said, they put a new plastic water tank in it, and that's where they plumbed it over there to fill it, which is fine. But they did leave the hole. There's a drain in the floor that needs to be sealed up to keep the critters out, because the mice would love to live in here. Like I said, it's got a refrigerator. I'd open it up and show you, but I still haven't cleaned it, and it's really gross and disgusting. So, you see cabinets, mouse turds. So I haven't got in there to clean those out yet. So this drawer, cabinet door over here is really warped. It's you guys probably can't. Maybe you can see it. You could tell the top, that sucker is really, really warped. So I'm going to see if I can straighten that out. It's so bad that it won't even latch. So original sconces. These are original, but they're kind of rusty. Could use a paint job. There's another one over there. I don't know if that light works. I didn't put a bulb in it, but I did test this one, and I did test this one. I didn't. There's not really a lot of outlets, which is pretty typical in these trailers. Usually the light fixture themselves have a outlet 2-plug. You can see here has a 2-plug outlet. So that's about what you get. But yeah, you can see the stuff is peeling off. It's not mold. Right there was a little more. It's not wet. It's dry, but there has been some warpage going on there. But definitely not too bad. Dinette is missing. Table is missing. So this needs a new dinette built and a new table installed. I may have a line on a table. It's not. It's actually out of a fan camper, but it's out of a newer one. These I got to get a new one of these. It's trying, but it's broke, and I don't think I can, because it's pot metal. I'm not going to be able to weld it, so or anything good. I think Vintage Trailer Supply sells these. So these windows are simple. These just kind of go out. Simple enough. These are just like the ones in my, and then they pull right in pretty tight, which is good. So, what else can we tell you? Big closet. This is on top of the wheel well, so it probably wouldn't make a great porta potty room. But in theory, you probably could put a little porta-john up there if you wanted to, and then step up, because you're going to sit down anyway, more than likely. Or you're going to pee, so.
I'm going to go to the town hall and sit on the ground.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, that's the, oh yeah, there's a little more water darkage in here. Sorry it's so black. But, it's not bad. It looks worse than it really is. I'm not overly concerned with that at all. I think that'll clean right up pretty easy. I don't know if you can see out that window, but it's broken. So I got to tear that apart. When they took this thing out, that window must have been open, and they dragged it right out through and broke the window on the way out. They took some of the lights, like I showed you earlier. The marker lights got knocked off it. So, but anyway, yeah, I think it's going to be a really nice trailer, and be a really, really nice one for somebody to get into a little canned ham. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, commenting, oops, sorry about that, and subscribing. We'll talk later. Bye.